Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mariel Talks Pop. I'm your host, Mariel, greeting you all the way from Mexico City. Today's episode is really special because I will be talking about my favorite albums in the world. I was asked the other day, if you were dropped in an island and you can only take 10 of your favorite albums with you, which ones would you take? And I was like, oh my god, that's so hard because I have a lot of favorite artists and albums and stuff, but after a lot of thinking, I got to my favorite 10, which I will be sharing with you. I will be giving you reasons of why I love them so much and why are they so special to me. So, let's begin. Number 10, we have, yes, Rachael Lampa's Kaleidoscope. I love this album. I actually didn't have it physically until a couple of years ago because Rachael's music actually didn't make it here in Mexico. But I found it online at a very good price, and so I was like, oh my god, I gotta have this because I had all her songs like digitally, but I wanted the physical album. And this album is very special to me because it has a lot of great songs. Rachael's voice is amazing. I mean, she was only like, 15, 16 years old when she recorded this. My personal favorite from this album would be definitely, so tough. There are No Greater Love and I'm All Yours. Those two are like my top favorite, but the whole album, all 11 songs, are great. It's really special to me, not because I'm a Christian, but also because the lyrics are amazing when it comes to getting closer to God, and it's just really inspiring. It's really inspiring that a 16-year-old girl could actually get you so in touch with the Lord. So that's why I love this album so much, and I would definitely take it with me because it's been part of me. It's been part of my life. It's part of my personal beliefs, and I wouldn't have left it. So this is number 10. Now, number 9. It's getting great, this. Yes. NSync's No Strings Attached. Gotta say, guys, I love this album. My dad bought it for me when I was 12. Yes, 12. 20 years ago. Can you guys believe it? I know. This album is very special to me because I got it when I was about to leave primary school, and we went to a trip to Europe, and I took this album with me, and as well as with Mandy Moore's self-titled album. You know, I told you in the past videos that I also took that album with me to that trip. I took this one too, and I played it along when I was in Italy. I played it a lot, and so it brings me back just great memories of that trip with my parents. And this version is the Mexican one because it contains the bonus track Yo Te Voy a Amar, which is This I Promise You, the Spanish version. Besides, the whole album is great. NSync is my favorite boy band, and this is my personal favorite album by them. I love Celebrity and I love their debut album too, but this one is really special. It has a lot of bops, not only the singles like Bye 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 and It's Gotta Be Me. I also love It Makes Me Ill. Even Ariana Grande got inspired by It Makes Me Ill. You know that? Digital Get Down and I'll Be Good For You. Yes, I'll Be Good For You is my personal favorite song of NSync. So this album just brings me back to my childhood, and that's why I love it so much, because it brings me back to when I started a new chapter in my life, when I entered a junior high, and I went to this trip to Europe with my parents. So this is really special to me, and I keep it in my heart. Number 8. This one a lot of you probably wouldn't know because it's by a Mexican group, but I love it. The group's name is Jeans, and the album is called Por qué disimular. This album, what can I say? I was 8 years old when it came out. I can't believe it's been so long. I have such great memories with this because I grew up listening to Jeans. I actually met them. I have met them like 3 or 4 times. They are very, very special to me. They are one of my favorite girl groups in the world. And this album, it reminds me of my childhood with my cousins, and we used to dance to all their songs. We used to watch their videos and perform like them. We just wanted to be like them. My favorite one was this one, Melissa, and I wanted to be like her so bad. And even now, every time I see them, whenever they're signing autographs or something, I always come closer to her and I'm like, you're my favorite, and she knows that. But well, this album really is more like a childhood memory. I love every single song of this album. There are 10, 11 songs, and it has a very special meaning. My dad gave it to me. Yes, he bought it for me. I first had it, the cassette edition, but then my Walkman stopped working, and I was like, now what am I gonna do now? So my dad bought this CD player, and so I got this one, so I couldn't stop listening to it. So this is why it's very special to me. I love this album and I love these girls. If you haven't listened to them, please do. I will leave you the link to her songs on the description. Okay, next one. It's also by a girl group. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but I love them. Love them. They are also one of my favorite groups in the world. They're Close to You. Yes, baby. Close to You, and their album is Closer. This Dutch girl band was pretty popular in the Netherlands and Belgium back in 97, 98 when they released their debut studio album. They had 4 singles: Nice and Nasty, Baby Don't Go, which is like their most popular song, Somebody, no, Hold Me Now, and Friends. No, actually 5 singles released. And I actually happen to have the Japanese edition. Yes, this edition has 3 bonus tracks, which is Voyage of Love, The Kiss, and Nice and Nasty remix. Voyage of Love, it's more like a remix to Baby Don't Go. It actually lasts 14 minutes. Yes, and The Kiss is also a B-side from their single Hold Me Now. But well, this Japanese edition includes them all. So what can I say? I love them. I love them. I didn't grow up with this album. It wasn't until, I don't know, 10 years ago that I was able to get it, because I played one of their songs, Baby Don't Go, I think, and I was like, oh my god, this group's great, and began searching more about them. I fell in love with their music. I ordered their album. I actually have their singles too, and I don't know, I just love them. They were part of a very special time in my life because I was diagnosed with depression, and God, this album helped me, you know, like covering it better. Yes, coping with it, and I'm very fond of it because it was part of that moment when I was feeling so down and I was taking, you know, this medication and stuff, but it helped me. It just helped me a lot, and all I can say is thank you to this album. I couldn't leave it behind. This is very special to me. My favorite song is definitely Somebody, but I also love other songs like Face to Face, Baby Don't Go, obviously, and Set Me Free. Oh my god, I love those songs. And well, if you guys are into girl groups and you don't know them, please do your homework, and I will leave you also the link in the description box so you can listen to them and watch their videos. I love them. So okay, number 6. You know it. Yes, it's Nelly Furtado's 3rd studio album, Loose. I love Nelly Furtado. Those who know me know that she's my favorite singer in the whole world. And she has a lot of albums, and I can say I love them all, but this one's very special because even though I knew her when she released the Wow Nelly and the Folklore album, I wasn't so much into her music until she released this one, and I began to grow a lot in her music. I found this album to be a complete, perfect release. It had that type of pop music that I love. Wow Nelly and Folklore were more like folk. Yeah, they had a very different vibe. Not that I don't love them. I love those two albums. They show like a lot of Nelly's roots, but this one, even though it's more mainstream, it's really special. This is the album I got to know her for. So more, I got to know her for more, and she actually toured in Mexico for this album, and I went to the concert with my dad, who happens to be a saint because he always goes with me to my concerts because no one wants to go with me. And he went with me to this concert, and we had such a great time because Nelly was amazing. She did a great job. She sang a lot of songs from her previous albums, from this album, and I just love it. It just marks the moment from when I began to be a huge Nelly fan. So this one is my favorite. Okay, number 5. It's getting great. Oh my god, this is, yes, The Emancipation of Mimi by Mariah Carey. My god, what can I tell you guys? I love her. Mariah and Nelly are always like my favorite in the world. And the same thing happened with Mariah with this album. I only had the Rainbow album that my mom gave to me on Christmas back in 2000 or 1999. I don't know, like ages ago. And I just had that album and wasn't so much into her music. So when she released this album and I listened to It's Like That, I was like, oh my god, this is really good. So I began searching for more of her songs and bought this album. My god, I loved it. I was so amazed by the work, by Mariah's voice, by the lyrics, by everything. Besides, it was the first time I had a boyfriend, so it just brings me back to those moments of my life when I had my first crush and I was like, falling in love. And so it brings me back to that great time in my life when I was like 17 years ago, like 17. I don't know, I just love it. I love it. Every single song from this album is amazing. My personal favorite is Circles, and I love We Belong Together, Say Something. Yes, I love that song. And Fly Like a Bird, it's an anthem, and I want my peeps to play that song the day I have to leave this earth. It's an amazing album, and it will go with me if I have to be on another deserted island. This one will definitely be with me. So, next one, number 4. God, yes, people. Britney Spears, Baby One More Time. Why is this album so special? And it's not like this is my favorite Britney album. No, it's not. Because my favorite Britney album, I think it's In the Zone. But I love this, and this one's very special to me. Why? Because I got this album when I visited Orlando with my parents in 1999, I guess. It was like years ago. And we went into the CD store and I saw it. I had no idea who she was because she wasn't even popular in Mexico. So I was like, oh my gosh, she looks fun. And my mom said, do you want it? And I'm like, yeah. So she bought it. That's how we got into Britney Spears. And well, I have this edition, which is the US one, because the Mexican one is the one that she's like this, and I prefer this cover. And God, I love it because when she bought this album for me, I was going through a lot of bullying in primary school. My life wasn't happy back then, at least when it comes to school. I was suffering through this bullying and stuff, and Britney's music actually helped me to get along with it. So that's why this album is very special, and I'm very fond of it, because God, it just helped me a lot. And it was part of that hard moment of my life when I was suffering all that bullying, and Britney was like my best friend back in the day. So that's why this album is very special, and I would definitely take it with me, because if it helped me once, I bet it can help me twice. Not that I suffer from bullying right now, but if I happen to be in another difficult situation, I bet it would help me again. So that's why this album is very special. Now, the third album, number 3. Okay, this album, Cherie's self-titled and debut album from 2005. Let me see, how's it here? 2004. What can I say about this album? It brings me back to my teenage years, and I remember playing it like crazy all day long. Cherie, this album is very special, very, very special. It brings me back to great memories. I don't want to go this. Every single song from this album has a very special meaning to me. I was dating an older guy back in the day when this album came out. I was 17, and I was dating a guy 13 years older than me. Yes. And so the song "Older Than My Years" kind of says it all. It says it all, because I was really in love. I was really, really in love, and I used to play this album a lot. So I don't know. It just brings me back to that time. Even though I cried when that relationship ended, I don't know. This album was there for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Britney's album, that was there for me in these rough times. This was there for me in my first breakup. So I really, really, really appreciate Cherie's music and every single song from this album. It's really, really special. My personal favorite, it's also obviously Older Than My Years, but I also love Body, Soul and Heart, Fool, and The Promise. Oh my god, those songs are amazing, and if you guys haven't listened to it, please do. You won't be disappointed. This is a great, great album that needs to be part of your playlist. So it is very special to me, and well, I have been in touch with Cherie in the past years, and she knows how much I love this album, and she's like, "You're the only one who loves it that much, even more than I do." And I'm like, well, you don't know what it means to me. You don't know how special this album is to me. So, this is number 3. Now, oh god. Number 2. Yes! Dreams. It Was All a Dream. Album from 2001. I gotta say, guys, this album holds also great memories for me. I played it like crazy. Every trip we had, me and my family, whether it was here in Mexico, to a different state or outside Mexico, I used to take it with me. Couldn't live without it. And to this day, it remains here with me. My mom gave it to me for a Valentine's Day as a gift. I remember that perfectly. God, can't believe it's been so long. But anyway, this was part of my preteen years, so that's why it's very special to me too. Besides, I love all the songs. My personal favorite is In My Dreams. Yes, definitely. They should have released that one as a single. Anyway, but the whole album, when I get there, what we gonna do about us, Mr. Telephone, And the singles, you know, He Loves You Not and This Is Me, are amazing. And I'm very fond of this album, and that's why it's on my number 2. Super special to me. And I wish the girls would be coming back together, but I know that's not gonna happen. Melissa said that, but anyway, I love them. I love this album, and brings back those great preteen memories. And now, my number 1 album. Some of you might know, those who know me, but those who don't might not be actually expecting this, but yes, it's Stacie Orrico's Genuine. God, what can I say about this one? I knew Stacie before she released her self-titled album in 2003. She was known for her song Stuck because it was more mainstream. But this album is her first. It was released in 2000 when she was, I don't know, 13 years old, I think. And I bought it when I visited LA. I was staying with my aunt. She took me to a Walmart or something, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, this is the album I've been looking for, even though I only knew just one song. I only knew With a Little Faith. It wasn't even a single, and I knew that song. I had it on my playlist, and I was like, I need that album, so I bought it, and it's been with me ever since. I love it not only because it's a Christian album. I love Christian contemporary music, but this album is very, very special. It has like the best songs, the best songs that can make me feel closer to God. You know, I don't know. It's not just that. I was listening to it when I was in that trip, and then I was listening to it like crazy here in Mexico, and I played it while getting ready on my wedding day. I know. It's just very special. It's been there for me, and I can play it without getting tired of it. You know, it's really special, and my favorite album in the world. Every time any person says, "What's your favorite album in the world?" I never hesitate, and I always say it's Genuine by Stacie Orrico. Yes, I just love it. I know you guys might not be expecting this one, but it's really very, very special to me. So, anyway. So, what do you guys think? Those were my 10 favorite albums in the world. I have a lot of other great albums that I would love to talk about, but a time for everything. This video was dedicated to those 10 special albums that I love, and I would love to hear from you. What are your favorite albums? What makes them so special to you? We all have stories with albums, with songs, with artists, and this happens to be my story. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and stay tuned, because next week I'm going to be interviewing Lindsay Pagano. Yes, the one and only Lindsay Pagano from 2001, the singer of Everything You Are, who later auditioned for The Voice and was on Team Shakira. Yes, it's gonna be a fun interview. Stay tuned, because it's gonna be on Thursday the 24th at 6 p.m. New York time, and it's gonna be live here on YouTube, so please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys can subscribe, give me your thumbs up, and I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye.